Hey guys, it's me, Bricks and Kyber, and happy May the 4th! Now, of course, if you don't know what May the 4th is, it is the Star Wars Day and a little celebration in the fandom. And as a gift to the fandom, I would like to make a special video for May the 4th. I even uploaded a video on Thursday. I usually do videos on Friday, but today I decided to make a special video on May the 4th covering all the new LEGO Star Wars sets that will release over August and September, just to give you one concise video about all the sets, covering all of them, what figures will they come in, what price will they be, and things like that, because there has been so many leaks and rumors that it's really hard to get a hold of all of them. Hence, I will make this video and I hope it will be useful for you. Alright, but before we jump into it, if you would leave a like on this video, I'd appreciate it. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first set that we will get will be in June, and it is the Young Jedi Adventures 4+ set. It has 124 pieces, and it will retail for $40. And interestingly enough, we actually have pictures for this set. Yes, a few of the sets on this list will actually have pictures, which is really nice, but unfortunately most won't. But yeah, we do have pictures for the set. As you can see, it's very 4+, but it is cool as it is our first build in a retail set where we actually have the Jedi Temple, which I really appreciate, as the Jedi Temple is such a great location in the movies, and of course it is very important to the prequel era, and it is just really nice to get it. Of course, it's mostly a facade here, and as for the highs of the set, I think it is the figures. Maybe not the creepy Yoda, but the two Jedi figures. They have brand new hair pieces, brand new faces, and torsos. Finally, we get High Republic torsos. If you don't know, High Republic is mostly an era that was covered in the books and comics, only now recently in video games. So it is really nice to see those torsos of the High Republic robes, as now we will be able to make great customs of the characters from books, comics, and games. As for July, we of course won't get any sets there. We will only get sets in August, just like every summer's past, from LEGO Star Wars. Starting off with the cheapest set for $15, 75368, the Darth Vader mech. And we will get 3 of these mechs, one for the Stormtrooper, one for Boba Fett. And all of them have around the same pieces, 139 for Vader, 155 for Stormtrooper, and 138 for Boba Fett. Now, I really don't care about these sets. They will be probably very similar to the original Marvel mechs that included a figure, as the leaks say that these will actually have a figure and they won't be buildable like the new Marvel mechs, which I am super happy about, as that means we will finally get an original trilogy Boba Fett. We haven't gotten that guy since 2018, I think, in the Betrayal in Cloud City set, which was a massive D2C, so I am really glad that finally we are getting a Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett from LEGO. Hopefully he will have arm protecting. As for the Stormtrooper and Darth Vader mech, the Darth Vader mech will probably feature the Darth Vader from the TIE Bomber and the new diorama. But the Stormtrooper mech, I am very interested if they will reuse the 2019 torso with the black hips, or will they use the brand new torso that they've designed from the trash compactor. As if you remember, people weren't really happy that they used white hips, but I think they look pretty cool, and I am very curious how will they look with the helmet on, and hopefully LEGO will continue using the new torso that they have for the Stormtrooper, as it was very detailed. So yeah, this is just a cool speculation that I have. I personally think that it will have the trash compactor, that armor design with the white hips. Up for the higher prices, we have of course a $25 set, 106 pieces, so less pieces than the mech. And it is 75359, the Republic Swamp Speeder. And what is interesting is that we usually get Swamp Speeders from LEGO, which is very weird, but they're an easy battle pack build. And here's the thing, this is a battle pack build, yet this set is $5 more than our actual battle pack. Mostly because it includes clones that actually people really want, which are the 332nd. It will include Captain Vaughn and a 332nd Trooper. And here's how the new helmet will look with the helmet holes. I personally am a fan of the helmet holes. I think they're cool for customizations, but I know people despise them, and I really understand it, but I think they'll look really cool. And it will of course include Captain Vaughn. I am curious if he will have a backpack, probably not just an exclusive torso. And as for the other figures, you will have 2 battle droids. So this set is pretty good, but it is way too expensive. I mean, this should have been $20, it is only $25 because you get Captain Ron, and 106 pieces. I am really curious how that Swamp Speeder looks, if it's just tiny like the 2014 version, or a bit bigger like the 2010 version. And also, we have another set, which is the Clone Wars Yoda Starfighter, with 253 pieces, and this is a very confusing set. It will retail for $35, so the same as Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, but I'm curious if it will include a third figure, as I really don't want them just to rehash the 2016 build, include Yoda from the Yoda's Hut, or I guess it will be the Clone Wars Yoda, of course, so the one that they literally included in the 2016 set, plus an R2 with no backprinting, because if they do that, then this is a terrible set. As why would they release it? Yes, the Clone Wars anniversary is here. I am really hoping that we'll get a Darth Bane figure or one of the Wills, as that will be something that we actually want, and we will buy this set for those specific figures. But if it just has Yoda and R2, then I really won't care about this set. $35 for a micro version of a Star Wars ship that is far better. That being the Jedi Interceptor version 2, my favorite Star Wars ship, and Yoda Starfighter is a squashed version of that, so I won't be really picking this up if it doesn't have that third figure. Next we have some Mando sets that actually got revealed, the N1 Starfighter, which is $15 and includes Mando and Grogu. The Mandalorian is updated. And as for the other Mandalorian set, it is the Crab Mech with Bo-Katan, who has amazing arm protecting, and again Mandalorian with the Darksaber, and Grogu. So these will be the only Mandalorian sets till next year, I assume. And personally, I am not a big fan of them. I mean, I like the N1 because it's a cheap way to get the new Mando, but it is $15, which really seems unnecessarily expensive. And the Crab Mech will retail for $50, which isn't bad, as the build is pretty cool, but I personally won't get it. I'll just get the Bo-Katan off Brickling or something, because I really don't care for the build. Even the pieces aren't that useful for me, and I'm a mock builder, but I don't know. I maybe, potentially, if I see it on a big discount, which hopefully it will have a big discount. And the last two sets are the most expensive sets, so we move on from $50 from the Crab Mech to $160 with 1,067 pieces. We have the Yavin 4 Rebel base. An easy pickup for me. This set will have about 13 figures from what I've heard. It will have 3 Rebel Troopers, 3 Rebel Pilots, Luke, Han, Leia, Chewbacca, C-3PO, R2, and a brand new General from the Rebellion, that being Crix Madine. And some people might not be happy with this, as they probably wanted a Mon Mothma or another Bail Organa, but I personally am really happy, as to get a new Rebellion General is really cool, even though he didn't appear actually in episode 4, but I guess they didn't want to reuse General Dodana from that X-Wing set. I am really curious how he will look, probably like this image from the Skywalker Saga, something similar to that, which I am a big fan of, and I can't wait to see the full set. The set, you can actually find some leaks of it. I saw on an image, but I cannot really show it here, as it would be illegal for me, but from what I can tell, the set really reminds me of the Volcano Fortress from Lego Ninjago movie. It is a very similar build to that, except it is of course a bit bigger, and interestingly enough, it includes a Y-Wing microfighter, and there are 2 floors. There is a briefing room floor, where you have the Death Star plans, and of course you have the ceremony hall from the final scene of the movie, and Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, they have their celebratory attires. Luke has the yellow jacket, and I am very curious if they will do something that they did in the Skywalker Saga, where Luke and Han will have the medal mold, or will they be printed? Probably printed, as it's Lego, but if they had the medal mold, that would be awesome. And also, if Luke has dual molded legs, I'm super happy about that. I mean, it is $160. This is the flagship playset of the entire wave. But not the flagship set, as that would be the $200 buildable Chewbacca with 2,320 pieces. I have no idea where they're making this set. This will probably flop extremely hard, judging by the previously big build characters that I had, like Dio, and also recently the Black Panther bust. I think this will do really badly. I don't know why they're making it. Expect something just similar to maybe a bust, or perhaps it will be a full figure. Honestly, I have no information about this set outside that it will cost $200. So yeah, moving on to September. Now this is where the sets get really good. First of all, we have the Ahsoka Ghost for $100, really great choice, $100. I am very curious how that will look. And of course, it will include Hera, Jason, and 2 other figures. One of them are Rebels characters. And then we have a $70 Ahsoka set, which is a T-16 Jedi shuttle, which will include Ahsoka, Sabine, one of the villains of the show, and David Tennant's character. Really excited for the T-16 shuttle, or T-6, sorry, shuttle, as I never really got the original version, and it always looked so cool to me. I really loved the design, and it was actually seen in Tales of the Jedi recently, which reminded me of how cool the ship was, so I can't wait to see it in Ahsoka now in live action. I think they will really nail this build. As for the Ghost, I am curious how different it will be to the original Ghost from 2014. I actually own that set, and it was really cool, so seeing an updated version, I wonder if it will fit the Phantom. Will they release perhaps the Phantom in January? That would be really awesome. So these 2 Ahsoka sets, I am crossing my fingers to be the best sets of the summer, honestly. However, I don't know, as there is one more set that everybody wants to talk about. And that is, of course, the Advent Calendar, including Omega, a 212 Trooper, and Holiday Ewok for $45. 320 pieces. No, of course I'm kidding. But the Advent Calendar does seem to be really cool. I mean, Omega was only included in Justifier, so you can really get her cheaply now. And she will, of course, probably include the arm printing. I assume she will be the same from the Justifier. Okay, now the most important set of this entire summer wave that everybody wants to talk about is the Gunship. $160, 1,080. 3 pieces. It will include 2 Shock Troopers, 2 regular face clone troopers, Padme Amidala, and Chancellor Palpatine. I honestly can't wait. I love that they're finally making a different gunship. No more of that Attack of the Clones design, which is a brilliant design, but this one will be a Coruscant Guard gunship, which is great, as I love the Coruscant Guard. It will be all red with a bit of white. I just can't wait to see how they use the many different triangular pieces to achieve the nice curve. And also, how will the gunship design change? I mean, the last gunship was in 2013, so expect this one to be a bit different. Hopefully they will have that curve perhaps in the front. You know, it's a bit circular, it won't be as blocky as previously. I personally think this will be the best set of the summer and will sell out extremely fast, so definitely wait for a pre-order. And it will include Commander Fox as well. Great figure to get. The last Commander Fox goes for like $300, which is crazy. And here's a picture of the new Commander Fox. We got some leaks of him. This is the helmet, of course, and the torso. And as for Palpatine, he will be using the Moff Tarkin hairpiece, which is very interesting. There was a leak of him as well, but I unfortunately couldn't find it. And he has, of course, the Revenge of the Sith robes. As for Padme, we have no idea what will be the variant. Most likely the Clone Wars variant. This will be definitely the best set of the entire summer. And the last set that we will get this year from Star Wars is the UCS Venator in October, which will retail for $630, including Admiral Yularen and Captain Rex. Long last return of the Captain Rex, who will include his inhibitor chip apparently. This is what the figure will potentially look like. It is an image from the Skywalker saga. As for Yularen, we have no image, probably similar to the May 4th promo, except with brown hair and a brown mustache. This will be an amazing set, probably beating the Imperial Star Destroyer, being even better. Of course, we have no image, only some mock-ups that you can see on the screen. And yeah, that's it for all the sets that will release this year. I hope you enjoyed this little guide through. These are all the prices. If any prices change, let me know in the comments. But I personally am really curious about how well this wave will do, as if you really look at the prices, they're very interesting. For example, in August, we mostly get sets for $15 because of the mechs and the microfighter, and then we get some $20 and $30 sets, and then we move into straight $160. It's very strange that we have no $70 set. We don't have really a $100 set. Those sets come in September, so it's very interesting how they separated those sets. But what's even more interesting is how expensive the sets are in the summer. There's $260 sets with Yavin and the gunship, and then you have a $200 buildable Chewbacca. So they really went for the bigger sets instead of the smaller sets, which I think is a huge mistake, as if we look at summers past, 2020, 2021, 2022, those all were very equal in terms of prices. You had a lot of big sets, and you have a few small sets, and you have many middle sets, and it was very equal. And here you have either really small sets, one middle set, and then just really expensive sets. Well, I guess that T6 shuttle, I guess, could be classified as a mid set, $70. So we have two mid sets with the $50 set. So yeah, that is just crazy to me. And I hope that LEGO will fix this issue when they provide us with the next summer wave next year. But yeah, those are my thoughts. If you like this video, leave a like and comment. What do you guys think of this wave? Do you think it's good? I personally think it is solid, but I am just very curious how it will turn out financially for LEGO. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I upload videos every Friday, so tomorrow there won't be a video. However, next Friday there will be a video. And yeah, may the 4th be with you. See y'all.